Well, the last few weeks we've been giving you and your family ideas of where you can get out for some family vacations right close to home. And tonight we've got another. Hey, I'm Adam Meikle and welcome to KSL Outdoors. We've brought you down to Emery County, the little town of Ferron, and we're at the Big Mountain Lodge, kind of our hub for adventure this week. We're going to go out and check out the sights of the Swell on a side-by-side.
We're just getting ready to go on into Copper Globe here today and check out some ruins from an old copper mine down there. So it should be good scenery and good place to explore today.
Our exploration today kicks off at the Moore exit just off I-70. The ride to Copper Globe Mine is short, about 7 miles, but very scenic.
Yeah, it's kind of steep and rocky, some good rock climbing and kind of a slow go in places. Hopefully when we get down here we might see some wild horses or check out these mine ruins down here. As you come into the Copper Globe Mine, this rock formation that you see looks kind of like a globe. That's where it gets its name from, Copper Globe. Just around the corner will be the mine.
Copper Globe Mine was in operation from 1900 through about 1905. Evidence of on-site smelting still exists, with this large wood pile and a smelter just a few feet away from one of the many horizontal and vertical mine shafts. One of the horizontal shafts you can still explore today.
This is one of the shacks, I guess, that they stayed in, and some of the deep mine shafts and stuff behind us here that they dug. I don't know that I'd call it a town, but there's obviously some people that stayed here. Yeah, there's lots of different places to explore. This is just one of many. Every time I go out, even though I grew up here, just finding new places, new trails, new things to explore, new little points of interest as you travel along. We just love it out here, love exploring it, and just wanted to share it with people that wanted to come check it out and enjoy it for themselves. There's not people elbow to elbow out here. You can get out here and you may see people, you may not when you're out here.
For years, the San Rafael Swell has been considered one of the undiscovered natural wonders of the American West. The Swell is 2,000 square miles of public land, known for scenic sandstone formations, deep canyons, expansive panoramas, multiple Indian art sites, and cowboy and outlaw history that is found right here in the heart of Utah.
I love the San Rafael Swell. When you have skies cobalt blue like this, there's nothing like it.
Lynn has been writing OHV articles and exploring Utah's back roads for nearly 3 decades.
I think that people are discovering the backcountry in a way that we've never seen before. In fact, people in Utah are discovering Utah. And I think you're going to see a lot more people in the backcountry. It's good and bad, but Utah is huge and it can absorb a lot of it. If you don't get off the highway, if you don't get off the interstate, you'll never see Utah.
One of the many spectacular views that I would consider a must-see in the Swell is Eagle Arch, a rugged and precarious arch that sits in the bottom of Eagle Canyon.
Unbelievably beautiful, with arches, hole in the rocks, formations. Every turn is a different formation. You can never get tired of it. And being that it's not very populated even makes it better.
We have multiple tours that we can take people on, either with a guide or a virtual tour with an app on their phone, and we have all the waypoints marked so they can take themselves on a tour. We have some Polaris Razors that we rent, some four-wheelers that we rent, and then also we just got into American Landmasters. Basically from Big Mountain Lodge they can go either direction and don't have to trailer out. You can literally ride your side-by-side either onto the mountains or out here onto the Swell. Yeah, just miles and miles.
More people realize that our hosts here are open now and doing business, and they've really done a job on the place. We were here it's been a good 10 or 12 years ago, and it's really improved.
You guys all set? All right, let's go.
Big Mountain Lodge is hosting a ride today for OHV club members from across Utah. The idea is to introduce clubs to their operation.
Having the guys from Big Mountain Lodge take us on a tour really allows us to see so much more of the swell. You know, there was a rock wall that we stopped at that old ranchers had put their brands, they'd carved their brands into the rock wall and things like that. So it's just amazing to see the history of the area right there in front of you, and it's not easily seen. So if somebody doesn't point it out to you, you just drive right by and don't know.
We're here at the Slipper Arch here this morning. This is just one of the highlights. We'll see probably 3 arches on this trail that we're doing today, but this is by far the biggest one and the neatest one.
I think people know of it, but they don't take the time to come down because it's a little farther away. And it's not quite a mecca like Sand Hollow or Moab is. And so I think people just don't know how cool it is, how beautiful it is, and just the history down here.
So we're here at Swasey's cabin. Years ago, the Swasey family used to stay out here and raise Army remount horses for the cavalry. Lots of the herds of Mustangs you see around here today are left over from the herds that they used to raise. They used to raise sheep, and a lot of the landmarks around here are named after them, so they spent quite a lot of time out here. Just around the corner there's the ice box where they used to keep all their food and stuff, and it stays cool in there even in the summertime.
There are a lot of points of interest that you can actually just drive your car to. The Little Grand Canyon Overlook is one of them. Carved out by the San Rafael River millions of years ago, the Little Grand Canyon, while not as well known or as big as its namesake in Arizona, still provides some magnificent views. Outlaws like Butch Cassidy once hid from lawmen in these cracks, caves, and canyons. Some of these outlaws left their mark that are still visible today.
Well, it's the signature of Matt Warner, who was a good little Mormon boy that back in the mid-1800s he became an outlaw. He's probably most famous for hanging out with Butch Cassidy. And they spent a lot of time together racing horses and doing some other things that weren't so good. So Matt took some axle grease and painted his signature on the wall. Now, was his name spelled with 1 T? Who knows?
A day trip could also include a ride into Buckskin Wash to check out the old swinging bridge, the Buckhorn Dinosaur Track, and the Buckskin Wash pictograph panel. If you love rock art, you'll definitely want to take the short hike to the Rochester Panel as well.
This is a panel I've been wanting to see for years. I've known about it, but until recently I haven't seen it, and once I discovered it, I go, man, this is one of the best. I haven't seen anything quite like this. Especially this, I'm not sure what the symbolism here, but that rainbow is really unique. When they say rock art, this is it.
There is so much to see and do in the swell that if you've never been or just have scratched the surface, you need to come back.
You can go in any direction and find somewhere to go and have a great time.
Yeah, one thing I was talking to one of the guys out on the ride today, they said you come back and they feel like family, feel like coming home.
Yeah, we want them to feel that way. We do.
And again, if people want to come down here, they want to experience this, what's the best way to get a hold of you guys?
BigMountainLodgeUtah.com is the best way to look us up online, and you can book anything on there or give us a call, 435-384-3333.
Hey, get down here. You will enjoy the Big Mountain Lodge and all the amenities that they offer, plus all the adventure. Hey, I'm Adam Eagle, KSL Outdoors. Come down here to the Big Mountain Lodge in Emery County. Enjoy the great outdoors. We'll see you next weekend. Good night.